A question I'm sure you've been asked many times in the last couple of weeks is when it was over and all of the hullabaloo at the end of the match was decided and you were the bronze medalist. What was that feeling like when it hit you?
It was awesome. I don't know if I could say that it was what I expected because I don't really know. I didn't really know what to expect, but I do know that I was overwhelmed with joy, with pride. I knew that I wanted to go share it with my family, and I wanted to share it with everybody else. And it was just a remarkable feeling to know that I had gotten to the podium.
We all grow up with the Olympics and seeing so many iconic images from over the years. Is there anything you wanted to do if you medaled that you got to do, whether it was on the podium or in the moments after the match, or anything that you pictured yourself doing that you got to do?
I got to hold the flag. I got to wave it around. I think that was the biggest thing. I got to, I got to carry basically, the symbol for my country in my hands, on my shoulders, and that was a pretty awesome experience just to get to do that in victory.
What's it been like since you got home?
It's been busy since I've gotten home. Busy, but lots of fun. I've been trying my best. I've gotten to experience something. I've been blessed to be able to experience something that a lot of people may never get to. Winning a medal, let alone going to the Olympics. So I really try and share that with everyone. So I'm really trying to share my experience and share what I've accomplished with everyone. Not so much to show my face, but necessarily more so that other people can have at least a little bit of a glimpse or a taste of what it feels like, and what it's like. So I hope that I can share that with everyone.
You are so very outgoing, and I got to experience that last week. My daughter and I were just walking through, and I was going to leave you alone, and next thing you know, you're wanting to see her and everything. And where does that come from for you to be so outgoing and to want to share all this so much?
One, it comes from understanding that my path and my journey is not one walked alone, and nobody's is ever. So understanding that the interactions that you have with people impact their lives, and also understand that how they interact with you impacts yours as well.
Amid all of this, I mean, I don't know if everybody realizes that classes here at Mizzou started like the Monday after you won the bronze medal, the day after the closing ceremony. So going back to last spring, you won a national championship, you went right into qualifying. Have you had a moment to breathe and take stock, or have you just gone right into the semester?
Well, I already had the chance to breathe. I experienced it and I enjoyed it, and I had a couple days where I was traveling, and then I'm breathing right now as it is. I'm not wrestling right now. I get a whole month off. I won't ever lose the memory of what happened, but I do need to move on from what happened, and I believe I've already done so, because now I have to take the mentality I take on the mat and put it in the classroom.
This is a team that seems like it is built to be one of the best in the country. And what are your main points of emphasis being a senior and having this team that collectively has put in so much work and has so much potential as you start your season? What are those main points of emphasis for you?
Well, I think a couple of my main points, especially for the team, is that each day you come in, you have to have purpose. You have to come in and practice with a purpose, whether it be, I'm going to get better at this, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to get better at this. Have a purpose behind it and attack what you're doing. I honestly think from a team aspect, we don't need to focus on anything as far as a MAC conference championship or going undefeated in duels or anything like that. Those are things we've already done. We've accomplished it. All right, we've reached those heights. It's time for us to reach a new height, and that's an NCAA championship. That's our only focus. Forget everything else. I'd give up a conference title to win an NCAA title any day, and I think anybody would.
What do you think are going to be the differences between Jaden Cox, the junior, and Jaden Cox, the senior?
The areas I'm trying to grow in is more dominance. That's really where I'm trying to grow. I think last year was a big confidence boost for me, as far as especially coming off that sophomore season. But I think this year is just coming off more dominance, more pressure, and being a wrestler that no one's seen before, as far as coming out and being the aggressor and being the guy that you just can't hang with. I don't take anyone lightly which is why I have to train twice as hard to become what I want to become, because I have to prepare so hard for these guys. And I think with the summer I've had and the past achievements I've had, that it puts a target on my back. But you know, it feels really good to have that target on my back, because you know it's just another thing to drive me and push me.
Speaking of, I mean, it seems a long way away, but is Tokyo 2020 on your radar?
I would say yes for now, but 4 years is a long time for things to change and minds to change and everything. So I'm gonna say yes with a grain of salt. Um, I love wrestling. I love what I'm doing right now. But like I said, you know, whatever I decide to do, whatever I can fully 100% put my heart behind is what I'll do. And if I can't fully put 100% put my heart behind wrestling in Tokyo 2020, then I won't. But if I can, then I will. And that goes as for anything else in life. If whatever I choose or decide to do, I will do it to the best of my ability. That's how I work.